The Cabazon. I am the original Cabazon. Can be loved. Below. Yeah, yeah, Two faces of evil oppression. The true face of negative and suppression. We have been always sweet and convincing in the beginning. The two faces and oppression. The two faces of it and oppression. Yeah, but I am the Cabazon. I am the original Cabazon. The Cabazon. I am the original Cabazon. Reality is in the ugliness of the thing. This is, destroying the blueprint so no one can see who is the original and who is the copy. Destroying the blueprint so no one can see who is the original. They can't feel love. They can't feel love. They can't feel love. Yeah, even if you show them love. Yeah, God of Jah at the head, mankind at the head. Mankind at the head. Even you should show them love. There's Midnight Cabazon, Esoteric music. Kuri thayo ucio ni Njenga wa Muthaka. Njenga wa Muthaka ni mũmbũi wa Bariabu. In our book of the soul group, our title, chapter 1, verse 1. That's all we need. Good night.
Bye.
Eto nĩ maitũguo gakome. So, ĩno yuma A. This is A. Masculine, feminine, your thought, your feeling, and then as it's traveling, how do you feel about it? Yatueka A. So A, Aleph, Alpha, Abba, Awa, is the original, the highest, the first. Kianjĩrĩria-inĩ A, ĩmwe, ndari ĩmwe. Kianjĩrĩria-inĩ rĩ, inside the beginning. Kuri thayo. Now, so, first of all, we appreciate Njoki wa Gaturi. Tondũ nĩwe ugire twanjie na kĩndũ gĩgwĩtwo high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you for suggesting we start with that. So we start by appreciating the queen. Njoki wa Gaturi. Each one teach one. Soul group. Now, wakiona hau disclaimer, Njenga wa Muthaka anyitĩte sinia, nĩ mũkĩrĩ mũmbũi hoka nĩ kũrĩa ndarĩ itherũ, anyitĩte sinia ya Kamansi. Thire tũgĩthima nyamere yothe yatigarĩte hau. Shout out to Anthony Maina kũrĩa Canada. Ũcio nĩ uga acumethirire wĩra-inĩ wayo. Yahikirie mũthũngũ. Kana akĩhikio nĩ mũthũngũ. Nĩ kũhikio tondũ kuma thiĩ kũu ndagĩũkaga no agĩũkire rĩrĩa arenda. We uga no wahikia mũthũngũ. No Kenya no ũkire rĩrĩa mũthũngũ akwĩra mũke holiday. We ndũngĩũkĩra wĩrĩhĩre tigiti gũka Kenya. No nginya mũbange na mũke na ciana ciake. Terms and conditions apply. Okay? Na okorwo family yake nĩ ya thũngũ, agakorwo ngothi-inĩ njirũ. We are not racist people. I think we can make a video with no heart. Now, yeah, that's better. But I need my crown. Kings need their crowns. turiagia kirira kia mahindi, bones, bone marrow. Kiria gitumaga urumirire ugietha ukiyetha kiria kiratumira urumirire mithirimo. Ukaigua mundu ucio ni wa muthirimo uriku, tiga kuona muthirimo shin. Ona muthirimo shin bone, the bone. Kirira kia mahindi. Why your DNA is found in the bone? Why, if they need to identify you, you have to go to your teeth? What does it mean? What is bone? What is bone marrow? Nithayo, no tontu wakianjia thread ya diseases, no tugikora tugithie nginya anemia. Tutugithie anemia no tukorwo tukahutia bones na bone marrow. Okay? James Gisheha, amani iwe nawe. Masharia Kanyi, may the peace of the Lord be with you, aka we Kanyi, Lord Kanyi. Teoti doge saria Lord yegi. Lord is not God. Okay? We have to get that out of that mentality. Use your esoteric lawyer. Oneaji research. Define Lord. Define Lord. So this is what you call, this is not a tablet, this is a fire. Inaitwa fire. Ni yale definition ya Lord. Wameona how. So I'm going to read, or you can read for yourself. Akiwejega muthaka atoya definition. I'm going to read Lord for you. So Lord, noun, a man of noble rank or high office. Nekiothio kauga my lords. My lords. We need form 43B. Okay? So a lord is a man of noble rank or high office. Supreme Court is a very high office. It is supreme, all the way to almost saying supreme being. It is the highest court. So at the highest, at the most supreme, you can find noblemen, my lords. So it is used in exclamation expressing surprise or worry, or for emphasis. For example, Lord, I'm cold. So Lord is not God. Okay? A verb. Act in a superior and domineering manner towards someone. For example, we want a prefect. Let's pick a prefect from the soul group. Joki wagishe hanwe prefect. Tugedio akiri prefect. James Gisheha tu yare prefect, are head boy. So this togi sama no de mwile atirere. When you were at school, you used to lord over us, aka he was dominating. So may the peace of the Lord be with you. Amani iwe nawe. So again, verb. It is to confer the title of Lord upon. As an example, Lord Darameya, may his spirit rest in peace. That bloodline, that's a very dangerous bloodline. Very special. And that is why bloodlines stiganagira migoda. Atigire umugoda. Ikiakura degwa dakura Maina, our friend who used to work together, he's in Canada. Just because he's black doesn't mean he was one of us. Bloodlines. No ginyamwa biego is Syria. You have to start getting out of that mentality. Yeah, racialism. Yeah, my party is better than your party. Yeah, race card. My race is better than you. Black lives don't matter. That's nonsense. All these are terms and cards and baits used to separate you. All the way to the point of tribalism. Nonsense. The same thing. Now we have a new one. The healthy versus the unhealthy. They keep doing this, dividing the people. Divide and conquer. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Ooh! Have no fear for atomic energy. It's not them, it's not your church, it's not your government. They are the same thing. None but ourselves, us, you, me. So all those were disclaimers. You see the suma disclaimers. Ya okay, modo Lord. Nigetha ndugakiuga ndauga Lord. Waje kuga, hey, that guy, no. Shout out to my subconscious community. Shout out to all of you, wherever you are. Lord Bogwa Mogai. Okay? Lord James Gisheha. Lord, all of you. Jegawa Modhaka. Now, so, ndajia story ya maina ni undu wa sinia. When I was having that sinia, twekirite nyama tulie na muratosi wako aumite Canada okite gucera. No, I'm his friend, he's not my friend. You have to be very clear. I can be your friend, you don't have to be my friend. Terms and conditions apply. Kuri thayo. Now, SG Soul Group chapter 1 verse 1 HBP we start. Tugakiajia na kidu tuitaga hypertension. Kaigwa mundu ucio na hypertension. If you continue to treat it abnormally. So, we know that when something has a resistance, there has to be some stiffness. Something is stiff. Something is not bending. Something is not turning. Something is not giving way. A stiff back. Drahota kuinamuka. Wina mugongo ra guthumbura. Dawa ya mugongo ni nyingi. Terms and conditions apply. Now, so, you find that when you are stiff, there's lack of elasticity. Dragusuka. Okay? Meaning you are too stiff. There's no space for bending. There's no space for hyper. What is to be hyper? Wakihenya bura keki na soda. Nesi anasi ukite birthday party ustige koma. They are so hyper. From what they have been drinking, the soda, the sugar, they are hyper up. To hype the crowd. Ukaigua DJ. Ni ara hype the crowd. Okay? Spangwingwi. Ukaigua ugethi gukira spangwingwi. Ugethi gukira ukaigua reke rurire wako koso gakuda na ihenya mundu. That's my song. Spangwingwi ugethi gukira. Ukaigua you want to bamba. Ukaigua hey. You want to dig. Ha! You want to bamba. Ha! DJ Ram hyper. To hype you. So hypertension. Something is high under a lot of pressure. So you know when you have a pipe and it's constricted, there's no elasticity, everything becomes high pressure. So there's a lot of pressure inside the veins, inside the alveolus, the smallest capillaries, the smallest alveolus, the smallest anatomy, the smallest of the smallest of the capillaries in the blood. So these are the most distal meaning distance from the heart. So all those capillaries are shrunk, are tight, they have no elasticity, they are constricted, so they are tight, so they are hyper. So the blood flowing there is under a lot of pressure. Wakioya muverethi ugathi gwitiriria mboga mai riu to ni wende kinyire ire hare hanene ukahinga vaivu haha mbere ukahihinya vaivu nigetha imijie kunene. Okay, hagie na pressure. So the more the pressure, the farther you throw, but you're not supposed to be throwing farther because you are at a distal alveolus distal. Kuri thayo, you have to follow me. Okay, todura tukare ginya anatomy tikwenda ni ugi ni ugo. I don't need to go back to my anatomy books to remember all this. I know about that. From the alveolus, to the capillaries, to the veins, to the heart. Naturally, horo wa thakame na oxygen. Is it deoxygenated or oxygenated? Oxygenated to be sent to. they have triggered the security system of Kigaragari. Okay, so kana mitango we kariga tip. It's highly sensitive. It has been said to be highly sensitive. Edayo jogamu dakania thia mono, like the next 1 hour be very gone. On the other side, dari kanagi kuririkania no wagu ni gukomaga tene. You see, human beings, you are so disorganized. When the sun goes down, aka when the sun's consciousness sets, igioya kindu njikire gikombe giki ngoroge tuwe kindu kiu kiuma na residue kina masai na indo ici ingi, so indo ici cigucoka ci set mai mau ni makurika. Okay, kurika ni go set. So when the sun sets, riua ria rika, riua ria rikira, we no wanya kindu gikurika he kiria giuka iguru. So ithui tuoka iguru, riua ria rika, when the sun sets, when the sun goes down and we go up, aka we can no longer see the rays of the sun, we cannot see the sun's consciousness, we go up, aka we rise esoterically. When we go to bed, we are supposed to go to bed, rest this physical body because it's tired, but you go back to your spiritual side. You go back to the nothing. You go back to nothing. Nikyo iguaga dikwe iguaga. Dakoma die iguaga. AKA, when I go to sleep, I go into nothing. I go into nothingness. I go into the spiritual side. Eotiobo. To high blood pressure. Now, so what causes high blood pressure? When we mutureini ni uthio akagia na unrealistic expectations. Ati huwe to nionire karaja ni aragurie Mazda CX-5, do not buy a Mazda CX-5, itakusumbua. Okay? When you order mundu ni agura Mazda CX-5, urona ni thaka ni iragurwa ni andu othe, urathi uragura ohana andu amaguraga BMW. Wagura BMW ugure na flatbed. Okay? Itoragi horo wa kindu gitagwo location. Ukaigwa Toyota made for Africa. So you are buying a German machine, wedo remo Jerumani. Na diakora rukagure. You are buying a German machine, gari ginyeta githie Nairobi National Park. Kundu kurimitwo vara. Yani vale onere meto undu ingigera ngari no ya kuginya miruthi ndungithi kuona ha Nairobi National Park. Ginya bump ndingiruga. Tikaru guthi kuona miruthi ginya bump ndiruga, we bump ruga na mwena. No ndungihutika ndina ka golf. No niki? Because you love your enemy. You are still licking your oppressors. You still want to be seen like them. You are still in that cycle of self-hate. Ndungenda gari irakuririkania Africa. The car in front is always a Toyota. Toyota built for Africa. Don't get a gari irahutania na kwanyu. Asa. You still want to lick the master's ass. You are still the house nigger. Mudhogo we mwenye ndangigura X5. Mudhogo we mwenye ndangigura Volkswagen. Mudhogo guku muona na Prado. Igathi igekirwo maguru ma guthi off-road. Igekirwo suma. Igekirwo jekire igana tania 6 foot. Agekira hama. Agekira sport return. Yano athi githaka. Ugaciona guku guo magari manene manene. We ugathi ukagura gari ya Africa, ugathi gutwitira ugathi gwikira body kit. The gari ni Prado no ndegirwo ga bump ni body kit. Niki tondu ndurenda kindu kirakuririkania muci. You are so traumatized. You hate yourself so much. You don't want even a car to remind you of where you are, your location. Shout out to all the Toyota owners. Shout out to all of you wherever you are. Adwa BMW na to golf ninyo mweko. I said what I said. You're the same people who cannot buy anything Africa. You cannot buy anything African. You have to go show off with Luo Vitun. Families who used to own slaves. As you know, that we associate now. Chikirite Luo Vitun. Do you know who he was? Do you know who was Louis Vuitton? Do you know where they got all those logos? Jikirite Nike. Do you know Jikirite Under Armour? Do you know Under Armour is African? The print. Do you know what print is this? You know print in Yomi. This is African print. Do you know what sign is this? ndũngĩmenya tondũ do you know all these signs and their meanings? Because this is all symbolism. Yet you see them with white people. A little twerking. This is the QR code. Okay? This is the QR code. Sign here anyway. Anyway, how to Otuma. That's another disclaimer. Now, so I have no hate against people who want BMWs and X5. Go and buy. You'll have to suffer. So BMW no ikuhe nginya high blood pressure. BMW nĩ gũkũhaisia cukari. Iyo ikinya na Ivasha nĩ hiũhire. Egirwo flat bed. Wa hiyo ngiri 20 kũmĩrehe garage. Ũyũ ũkaigua ngani rahiũhiria ga gasket. Wa Toyota no gũthii arathi ona ndarĩ kũu. So when you are frustrated, when you are exhausted, when you are too rigid, you do not to accept anything. You create an environment of not relaxing. Where do you kuhuruka? You take life too serious. My data is gone. My data is gone. Yajira. I don't have data and my Wi-Fi has gone off. It's gone off. Nehora Wi-Fi. Yamenya. Let me see. Maybe I have not paid for my Wi-Fi. No koni message ya maana egere. Let me confirm. If kama imekatwa ikikatika, as well and good, we'll continue with the video tomorrow. Don't have data. I will come notification go. So you know any time. Let me confirm. No, it's still there. It's still there. I should come back. Maybe it's a little bit what you call limited connection. The Egeiro is still there. I'm supposed to be. I have no idea what has happened there. Okay, maybe the gods are with me. They're like, he has to finish that video. So now, you don't relax your standards. You know you're not supposed to be in that class of trying. You're trying to force yourself to fit in. You're trying to fit with the BMW boys. Shout out to Ken. Okay. One of my friends, akoragwo na ino etagwo BMW E46, tagwo Kennedy Musyoka. Muriga konyo na thiete uhiki wake hari ogwo Nyayo House. I was a best man. I'm always a best man. I have signed so many marriage certificates right there. But if I sign your marriage certificate at Sharia house, you don't get divorced. I've been signing many of them. Now, so you find that you are not relaxing your standards. You think you have to fit with the E46 club of BMWs. Gari gurumono. Ni gari gurumono itoke ne mahida. No nyo do mekire kuguru kwa 18 inches. Umekire flat rim. Anyway, it's an example. I'm giving an example. So you're not giving yourself a break. Tondu no wagu kuhe break, wagu no wagura ngari igagukenia, igakuhurukia, igatiga gukuhumia, igaguteithia guthii hari urathi. No ti ugure ngari. Wagu no wagura ngari wikirage kindu, wikira maguta. Battery ya nina, maguru ya nina na service. No wagu no kugura ngari, ni urekira maguta, ni urekira battery, ni ureka service, ni urekira maguru, ni uracenjia water pump, ni uracenjia radiator. You are not, you are doing opposite. You are not even giving yourself a time to break, doing a compassion. Now, so you also know, na nikyo gwikirite biseo gwikirite ya guwete sini ya irio, that out of feeding badly, ugiria uru, no ugie na high blood pressure. You have to be realistic. So you can eat some food, and out of that food, since you're not exercising, irio icio cikorwo ciĩna kĩndũ gĩtagwo cholesterol. You're supposed to, when you eat, you move, because food is fuel. Why do you eat? You eat to fuel your body. You consume so that you burn the food. So all you do is eat and sit. So you're not burning the fuel. In other words, kiroreka wena kindu gitagwo backfiring inside your veins. So you are releasing gas that is not burned. Ego andu a Subaru, shout out to the Subaru boys. Ego magika makihinya ngari maguta akagucia na ngia na baigiri akagucia agakinyukia maguta ri in the combustion, in the cylinder, the combustion chamber, hakorwo hena a mixture of air intake and a mixture of gas ni ciatukanio nigetha cithi cylinder-ini cicinwo exacto. Riu to nia ukinyite maguta ikaihuria nyingi ri na ni akinyukia ri that combustible fuel it travel through the engine. Now as it exits the exhaust, since the exhaust is hot, todo exhaust ni hiuhaga, waenda kumenya exhaust ni hiuhaga, thi ukore mundu wa nduthi urahura rithi umwe kana umwire arumia nduthi no arumia unyite exhaust umwe uri ahura rithi ni ukuigua ikihiuha, todo exhaust ire yao ni kuruta the burnt out fumes from the engine, whichever engine, can be a motor engine, whichever engine it is, hata kama ni generator. So now as that air travels through the exhaust pipe, it meets the hot exhaust pipe now, itodo exhaust ni hiu, and it ignites, ikagwatia to maguta to ka mixture ka ugata magata ko ile engine todo kauma very rich in fuel and oxygen, igagacina gaka explode. No rukara explode ra haya muturiro-ini nikio na wikia mwaki tua ukaigwa mundu no rithi boom tua akaetea muno tua irikia mwaki tua. That is the same thing. Nikio na ngari hana uguo ni nyua maguta maingi muno to ni reka atia. Unuona ginya no wathoma kaundu kangi utaramenyaga no ko turauragia niki ituma ngari cigambe tua. Ati tua ile ya mama ore wa ngari ni tua no ni ciare hana. Tondu na ngari na gamba tua. So gukundire kiria gukundire kindu so dina toma gukunda kiria ndiranywa no horere ni ndie guku riu ni ndiranywa waithi ndwathi yo kirini ogukundire to nini ohore no thie pio into bigger consciousness. But when I need you, always come through for me. If you are coming through for me and you are for me, if not, don't even come near me. Terms and conditions apply. Now, so you are eating unhealthily. Nikionaga mundu athie toro arite irio nyingi akihura ndore. Okay? Mukamita passing wind is the same as incomplete combustion all the way to the there. It's almost the same thing. Now, so where we perfectionist, where da maundu maku mothe magire, ati kaundu ndaga kihingicana, you are a perfectionist. Kaundu gothe hatina thi wega. Molding yodo mutina hura molding yo wega. Molding ukahurwo wa nyumba. Ginya mukawakiria thitima. We, garura ngari yo yaku, we mundu wa wire pro box. Mulikano hore full rate. Ino nyumba no ginya molding yo wigire. Wite wothe thi ukoya giciko no arakara. No ita molding ithi ukiuragie mabudi. Kemuranjire kemabudi ma maraumite ku mutingiota kuhura molding yo wigire round. Weona nduru wanyita giciko we. Ukiuga rehe kari, rega thimiti kari tuhure haria vumbi enyitirire. Riu ni gutesa uratesa andu. Riu wena blood pressure. I'm giving you examples. So you are a person who you are too strict with life. A perfectionist. we ndutwikitie kaundu gangihitana maundu mothe magu ni guthii uria urenda we uria urenda ni gukuthiaga uria nikio mundu ucio akiuga guku gwakwa guthiaga uria nguga. There was a video circulating TikTok ya mundu ukoretwo akomete kwa mundu gitiini makomete thĩ one na nguo kuve ni asetetwo mwene agoka akamuhura na njoma akimuragia guku ni kwao nona ruo ucio na blood pressure no kuragura turaragura. Now riria wari irio nyingi ciakira ukagia na kindu gitagwo inflammation. Inflammation is when you are seeing red. Okay, what is wrong with your eye? You have red eyes. Okay, my eye is inflamed. What is inflammation? The word flame ni mwaki. Use your esoteric lawyer, use your common sense. So inflammation, the word flame is fire. You are going through fire. You are seeing red. So now, because of your unhealthy eating habits, you are seeing fire. Your insides are inflamed. Na as we continue, bweno ya high blood pressure ni nene muno. No ethie over 4 or 5 videos. So what I'll do, twarikie no ri, as we speak of others, ni rigua tukimire fare, ni rigua tukimire hadu. To ni rigua tukiari uhoro wa kindu gitagwo taru ngithi kwi ndagitari ametaga cardiologist ndu wa cardiologist. Cardio menya ni kuruga. Cardio ni anything you do with your body that involves breathing in and moving. Niko cardio na chapa cardio. I'm running cardiologist. Okay, athia akwira you have what you call essential or you have primary blood pressure. Ukamuria, what did you say? You have essential blood pressure. Ukamuria, what? At essential, at primary. Uria taenda gukwira ri ndaenda arari woni uria ngikwira I don't know what is troubling you. Twaguthima indo ciothe twarigwo niki kirakugia koguo no tumitire essential BP kana primary blood pressure. In other words, I don't know what the hell I am treating you for. It's deeper than that. It's esoteric. It's spiritual. But Tony Okire, here's your prescription. Prescription. Urikaini kuri subscription. What you got? I'm subscribed to Netflix every month. I have an internet subscription every month. I'm paying for Wi-Fi. I am subscribed to your channel, Jegawa Muthaka. When you go to my YouTube, subscribe to my channel so that every time I come live, you can find me. So nikuri subscription na prescription. So keyword, the frequency. It doesn't matter whether it's sub or it's pre. Kila kina vatari ni cription. The Google did ha. It yao. Let's read. Subscription. Okay. Subscribe. Na prescription. Kile tunavatana kyo haya ni tion. T-I-O-N. Prescription. Subscription. Tunavatana tion, the frequency, so that we get what we are talking about. Let's adjust this camera. Let's adjust this camera. Let's change this light. Don't like the light. And Jenga said, let's change the light to more. That's better. So, tion. Ndio ithomera na Google yaku. It means forming nouns of action, condition, etc., such as completion, kurekia, relation. Okay? So, tion definition and meaning. It's used to form abstract nouns. It's for a condition, an action. So, rĩrĩa waheo prescription, wero wĩna a condition. So, I'm prescribing you a prescription, aka you have a condition, which I don't know, I'm going to call it essential or primary high blood pressure. So I have to give you a subscription so that I make it a condition. Nigetha wani noke dawa icio wani no gacoka mweri date 17 I'll be in Dubai. So might be coming. Wait a minute. Let me call my assistant. Akoyaga thimo. Mary, where can we fix David? You know, because I've been in Dubai on the 28th. I think I come back on the 7th. And so how is my calendar looking? They can come on the 8th, eh? Okay, thank you, Mary. So, I'm going to give you four medications. No, medication, henation, it's a condition. So I'm going to give you, these ones you take 2 times 4. Kirira kia ndari kia gituma wiro nyue dawa maita matatu muthenya. When the sun is rising, when the sun is at its hottest, midday, and when the sun is setting in the evening, why you are given medication 3 times per day. Kituma wiro nyue dawa maita matatu. Ti tondu niguo cio no guteithia asa. Ni tondu 6 a.m. in the morning to 12 p.m. That's a whole monad. That's a whole movement. That's a whole clock. Kaya kia tumade hore tondu ona ta njurĩtie kire mwaririkana video twathondekete ya family ni ndi. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. Ni disclaimer. No nginya tuhutie to no tugekora kou. So this is what I'm talking about, eh? So kaya gituma onyue dawa uheo dawa maita matatu muthenya ni. You see what I'm holding? Okay, you see what I'm holding? So digiota weka ate todi mesurete digiota ukuria na guoko, but let me try. So okora taru kuona symbolism nyitite oguo, nyitite opposite no mwe camera ndi diuga mukuona opposite reke ndore. Let me see whether I'm holding it opposite. So ni Cancer, Taurus de haha ko ya no ko de Cancer how, Taurus say how, Aries say how. So you're going to the left ko ya no ko ha no oguo. So anyway, so the reason you take medication maje guthaka na video ndio nikenda gweta. So muthenya tu wa mathaa 24 no tige kuhenagio no huthagire your esoteric rule. A day is 12 hours. A night is 12 hours. And he made 2 great luminaries, one to shine over the day and one to shine over the night. So we have day and we have night. A day is not 24 hours. Makuhenagia muthenya no wa mathaa 24 nigetha urute wira mathaa 8 uriganirwo ati wa ruta wira muthenya no wa mathaa 12. Everything is in reverse in this world. Jokere rigi gutiri muthenya wa mathaa 24. The day is 12 hours. 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night. It is in Genesis chapter 1 verse 16. And I'll show you. No itikwenda neighbor gura siroka. keguonie Genesis muthomaga mabuku maya mugathie dinis na nginya andu akwa makora ni kwaga umenyo riu wewe utuko thaa thita no TikTok no IG no Facebook thaa mugwanja ni ndionaga to najua mimi hata silalangi mapema nuanga night bundles. Let's see how long you are going to live. Genesis chapter 1 16 wagio ni riwa rigithie thi ure wona nguku igika ure wona nyamu cigika kukwirora gakona ni kwanjia gutukika igira kiugo. That is how you should be doing it. Even now I'm not even supposed to be up, but I'll be up for I'm teaching, I'm reminding you. So Genesis chapter 1 verse 16, and then I'll show you the symbolism of how the Masons do it. Nigetha umenye we no utamenya gogo waku nigetha umenye kire gatuma wigue mundu akiuga ati okira rucidi kungethera kirinyaga na ukaigua muwikuyu thaa thite tigiti kuta ni arangethera kirinyaga na hoini rigicoka ngoini ni arangethera kirinyaga aka muthenya wake ni wathira. Kuri thayo we githio hoye thaa 4 cia utuku ati ni ngatho racoki utakomete no utakomete. Genesis chapter 1 verse 16, it's right there. You can read in your own title. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, they know where to govern the 24 hours, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars, us. Now let me show you something. Now I want you to go to the same Google, then you Google first Mason's degree, Freemason's degree. Riu jega bogo ino yuma ya kiria hat kiria riu nona kuri othire riu yuma first Mason degree riu yuma ya high blood pressure ndira macokia utobete yo monie ya bede maririkanie. Itago the first degree in the Freemasonry is known as the entered apprentice degree. I want to show you the images. Ni uthio mithome ucoke one the images. So the image that I just talked about ni weo. And God made two luminaries, one to govern over the day and one to govern over the night. And he also made the stars, twinkle twinkle little star. Now this is other symbolism. Is not the checkered floor. What is the checkered floor? This is the Jacob's ladder. We talk about the Jacob's ladder. We talk about the clouds. Do you get it? Now, so operative, speculative. So speculative, what is in the Bible? Operative, can we make it as a first degree Mason and put it in the book and show it to them? Signs, symbols, and sigils, patterns, how spirits communicate. Where do I get wako? Do I see the mwano? Njuguna, ni ukuoya mwano oyo waku uikie rowi ni ngusina haya oyo wikie muvea ndahutagia mutungatiri ndahutagia akwira we woe tondu we no yogini nogo waku. You are the only one who can dismantle your temple. You are the only one who can destroy your altar. No one else can. No other spirit can try. Utiri roho geri guthaka na ateri agi. They know the terms and conditions of going against other terms and conditions. Okay? No we doe we ukigongona giaku ti kiega we roe givuku na rumirire anga ndu warumirira wate mwana waku wate mbogo ciaku. Now here you are, you don't even have a direction. You follow man kesi man kedu kuratuika atia kuratuika gwika ona ndukuruta wira ni gukuja baadaye. So back to the topic of high blood pressure. Na urandari gwo gukinyite ate ndamutwara ate ku twakinya ate ku no ginya mudirikanagia point nikyo ndiramura we have to grow this page to get to a point we are interactive. Now I have to start thinking, how did you get to I think I'm too comfortable, I'm too hot. Tokinyiri ate ruku urikia tumadimwe horo wa kiria wa Masons na na luminaries na kiria na how did we get there? Oh, thank you, my spiritual predecessors. So, and he made the stars. Okay, we have my stars outside. Now, so nunu wamenya gutire muthenya, nwamenya muthenya tu wa mathaa 24. Wirago muthenya no wa mathaa 24 nigetha uture urutire mundu wira ukamuhea mathaa manana ma muthenya waku ugetigeria mathaa mana. No to no wahenyu muthenya no wa mathaa 24 ri ndurona ati utuku we wagu ni gukorwo thiete utuku. Two luminaries is in the Bible. One to shine over the day, call it the sun. The other to shine over the night, call it the moon. And he made stars. Keyword, and he made stars. Now, that is why I'm always in my stars. I'm always in my star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Now, that's also very deep. Okay, you have to know the kind of archangels that operate with. Anyway, so you don't have 24 hours. You have 12 hours in a day. Niguo mundu ginya kirwa ati athi overtime. We umire gwaku rucini ukiri rucini 5 thaa 11 utajitie the monad dinasara ginya mwana ni aguthiite cukuru kuria watinda wira ona ndoneka ritual yaku ya thaa thita ndoneka ya dinasara wi jamu ni thaa 2 muthenya ni uthirire thaa 3 niguo urakinya nyumba niguo urari ugakoma. You have nothing. Kogu onogiri toro do na imagination. You cannot dream. So you never come up with your own plans. You never come up with something new. You'll always be a copycat. Nikyo mundu ahigura M-Pesa ukahigura M-Pesa tondu we ndwiciragia. Mundu ungi ahigura kaos ugatengera kuhigura kaos tondu no wiciririo. Mundu ungi anjirira wa container ugatengera nayo gucaria container tondu we ndwiciririo tondu we ndukona imagination tondu mathaa mari wagu ni gukorwo ki imagine ukoragwo awake because you're supposed to go to bed, go to sleep, aka rest this body na mwiri wagu ni gukorwo nogete muno. Join a gym, join my program on my other page whereby we can exercise together because you're supposed to tire this body to death. Mwiri wagu ni kuunogia to death nigetha nginya uka kuonorio thakame iuka gucenjia every 6 months igakora thakame ĩrĩa ũrarĩ nayo nĩ nogu ina mentalities uhuthirite ukonorio thakame. Shout out to andu mataĩnja ukaigua mundu ucio ndaĩnja ukagia mundu ucio nĩ ndakuraga by default akimenya na atakwenda ni acenjagio thakame ugathi ugakora andu akuru mundu ucio na miaka mingi no mundu ucio themo akoragwo akomete niki tondu andu agicagi kuria gutari thitima by 6 ni marite tondu ragatawa ni karanyongwo ki maguta by themwe gutiri tawa gutiri mathitima maji andu acio metoro. They outlive you in the cities. Now, kirira kia muthenya ungi kia uria wonoragio thakame every 6 months igacenjio kaheo ingi njeru nigetha riu hindio ni ukamenya uria urikoragwo wetereire new blood. Blood comes from plasma. Plasma comes from the bone marrow. The bone marrow comes from your lineage, your bloodline, your blood type. Kuria umete thakame-ini, where you came from, not your mother. Mamu wanyu tu wanyu, mamu wanyu no guciara guciarite. Aria muciaranirwo nao ti anyu, ni guciaranirwo muciaranirwo nao. Your brothers and sisters are not yours. Nikionaga mugiukanirira. No. Uria mwikite ni he kiria muonire he maitu wanyu, kana he kiria muonire he baba wanyu. Mukigerera hau mugiuka mugerete njira iyo. Nikio wiguaga we wathi kwi maitu wanyu kana ugithi ku introduce mundu wira mundu atiriri uyu ni muru wa maitu uyu ni mwari wa maitu aka mwari wa maitu aka daughter to my mother uyu ni muru wa maitu aka uyu ni muru son to my mother uga woguo niki nduri weciria uguo kire gitumaga uge ni muru wa maitu ni mwari wa maitu na ni mamu wanyu no we nduretara ho nduruga ni mwari witu nduruga ni muru witu ugaga atiriri uyu ni mwari wa maitu ni daughter to my mother uyu ni muru wa maitu son to my mother no ithu twiki tuciaranĩirwo hamwe nĩ gũciaranĩrwo tuciaranĩirwo hamwe na nĩkĩo ũrona mamu wanyu na baba wanyu no makume thakame tondũ thakame ya mamu wanyu na baba wanyu no wage kũhana yaku ũke gũtwanĩra kameme-inĩ mũndũ ũngĩkorwo na o negative no atũteithie na thakame ĩyo nĩyo family yanyu esoterically speaking aya angĩ nĩ gũciarithanĩrwo mũciarithanĩirwo nao na nĩkĩo wonaga mũciĩ wagĩa mwana ũcio akagera ngero mũkauga atĩ nĩ thenema aronaga atĩ angarakirie kamwaki aragera baba wao ngero na cousin ya waretere mamu wao no akũrĩa ararĩ wao mwatire mũkiuga atĩ ciana nĩ cirona thenema atĩ aronaga series irĩkũ we wonete series cigana nginya cia hora na ndũrĩ woraga nginya nyau tiga mũndũ nginya ngũkũ no ũthĩnjĩirwo na thenema iria ciothe hora nĩwe wonaga cia action gũtirĩ action nĩ ũtonete na ndũrĩ woraga nginya ngũkũ no ũcio nĩ arang'e andũ now so kĩrĩra kĩa mũthenya ũngĩ kĩu kĩa bloodline na thakame kĩrĩra kĩraihu mũno kĩu gĩa thakame kwanza it's so deep and it's so beautiful and it's so mystic but people are not ready because there's no interaction there's no questions ndionaga mũndũ wa kũũria ciũria ta icio so if I don't get the questions I don't have to waste my time answering no twarie mangĩ not wasting time like that but that time I can be doing other things I can be learning other things I can be teaching other things I can be reminding you other things because there's no interaction there's no question he mũndũ ũtarĩ waigua ũguo rĩngĩ nĩ ndĩanjia kũria na nĩ maĩ kana nĩkĩo ũtaiguana na brother yakwa no akwĩre nĩ brother yaku nĩ gũciaranĩrwo mũciaranĩirwo but what is a family ngwĩre family nĩ kĩ either ũkiuga nĩ wa family yanyu na ngũkwĩra na ngugu yaku nĩkĩo tugaga a family of plants tugaga those animals belong to the same family kana ciragia family no mũndũ I don't have to be nice family a group of one or more parents and their children living together as a unit ndigũkĩria hau family all the descendants of a common ancestor koguo ithuĩ tũrĩ a family ĩmwe to tumĩte he Gĩkũyũ na Mũmbi koguo twĩ family mo tĩ ũtinda ũkĩnjĩra cia Mũyahudi tĩ ũtinda ũkĩnjĩra cia Abrahamu na wĩtagwo Kamau no ciarĩtwo nĩ Njoroge icio nĩ nonsense we belong to the same family aka a descendant of a common ancestor a group of related things you are just related that's it that's all nikio tugaga a family newspaper nĩngũririkana hĩndĩ tugaga Times gatheti rĩtagwo Times na Nation nĩ kĩndũ kĩmwe ndigana Times na Standard nĩ kĩndũ kĩmwe is a family of the same newspaper kũrĩ thayũ so amaniwe nawe so back to the topic ya high blood pressure ndaririkana kĩrĩa gĩtũmĩte rĩu tũthiĩ nginya he kĩndũ gĩgwĩtwo gũkoma na gũkĩra so you are so serious with life you don't have what you call you don't give yourself an inch to rest aka nĩ waga toro ũtukũ ũgĩciria maũndũ mangĩ rĩu rĩ ngari ĩyo rĩ na ndĩgwo ndĩnaumĩra ndarugũ rĩ ĩyo ngari nĩ kana bute ndereva ĩyo ngari ndereva ĩyo ĩrathũkia kĩraci rĩu ati ũndũ ũngĩ wĩciragia ndereva ĩyo ĩrathũkia kĩraci ĩyo ĩngĩ nayo rĩ traka nĩ kũnyonagia marũgamĩte so you don't rest you are too strict with life wewe na blood pressure kitu moja now how do we prevent all that ito ntukiaririe mwana no tugitinde hau tigutinda hau na muthuri ndakĩmĩya mothe koguo ndigũita mbugo yo yothe nĩ atigagia manini ma thabarĩ so no nginya uririkane or you learn how to live comfortable with chaos atuwerwo ngari nĩ tuire study you are comfortable nĩ yaku ya mbere gũtua study we ngari yaku nĩ ya mbere gũtua study ko nĩ ya mbere ndũngĩoĩ nĩ kũrĩ study koguo ĩguo ngari nĩ tuire study tiga ũtinda kũria ĩtuire ĩgĩka atĩa ke gũtuĩte ĩ parking ndĩ gũtuĩte ĩ wĩra learn to be comfortable with your chaos learn to be more rounded know your art be more rounded when you coming around people menya macumo maku menya ũgo waku Okay? Be more rounded. Be more welcome around people. Don't be too edged. Don't have too many, don't be too cornered. Too many angles. Ndumenyekanaga corners. Be more rounded. Tuika mundu wa andu. Tuika mundu wa kuhorohia maundu. Mundu wa kwitikira andu othe, kwe compass andu othe. Okay? Let go of your long term fears. Murano na blood pressure. Wacoka na mucii to Njenga wa Muthaka no nginya angiacoka na mucii ndahinga wa title ndahinga wa bible. Wacoka na mucii ni ugukora ati nayo micii ni kuri andu makoragwo makuite maundu no ritu muno aciari ati muciari ucio to ni aguthomithitie kuringana na woni wake onete no nginya utuike ndagitari ini getha mukihanane na mwana wa kanoga kana wa mundu uri ungi andu matihananaga. Okay? You cannot occupy the same space with anyone else. O itunda o rungu na mugwire waruo. You see? Different shapes, different sizes. Okay? Everywhere you look, different shapes, different sizes. Everywhere you look, o rungu na mugwire waruo. So you have to understand also in life everything is symbolism. Mutigigananio, mutigihanana. Kameni, kaihuri, mwano. Examples ni mingi. Now, muciari ucio ni akigwa mwana wake ndanatuika kiria kwendaga. So agatuika so stingy, so hard. Agutura akumanyina. Karaja ni akuhurite. Ni akuhurite. Ucio kene waku mwana gwitu gutire ciana cihana uguo ai. Gwitu tutiaciaragira mucii. Gwitu tutiekaga. So wena blood pressure kindu giki kimwe. So ugakora cioho cia micii ni undu wa kurituhia maundu, ikundo, gukundika na miario na kuoha na kwaga kurathima because you are not rounded, you are not encompassing. Nduhana nyumba ya Mugikuyu. Nikio nyumba ya Mugikuyu yakoragwo ya githiururi. That's a ritual, that's a circle. You are supposed to always be in a circle. You are supposed to always put your square inside a circle. So we nyumba ya githiururi ri maundu maria mothe mwina mwe hau thiini ri ni muramona na kona ciothe mwina anja ni murona ha kumirira. That is what it means, squaring out your circle. Your circle should always be inside the square, never the square outside your circle. No ni mwarehirwo nyumba othe we nyumba cia design, nyumba cia kona kuu no kuohwo kwa njira ingi. Koguo we ogo we mundu mugi kana we mundu wina ogo waku onogo ni uragira Njenga wa Muthaka ni ukumenya niki gituma nyumba iria citikoragwo ciohete andu, iria cikoragwo cikiendwo andu mamenye mone anja ciakagwo cia round. Mugathie Bomas mugakora kanyumba kau ni ka round to ni moyugo. Ni mwene getha mone anja no mathire gucirira Bomas to ni ya round. Nikio murathi Kenyatta International Conference Center tondu ni ya round. Nikio mukawa ta Hilton uragia ngumo to ni wa round. Nikio Nation Center muramitabura tondu ina 2 round pillars. Okay? Make a circle, more circle, bigger circle. Nikio muranyihoya munyitanite. Shikaneni mkono tuombe mugathondeka a circle. Okay? Mutire mwathi kuhoya mugathondeka triangle. Nduru wego tengenezeni triangle tuombe. Tengenezeni box. No, it has to be a circle. Gicigi. Tuthondeke gicigi haha. Kinya kiu kimuiga haria. Igira haria mauri ma Njenga wa Muthaka. Niwe mugai. Na muthondeke gicigi. Na kugae thiete uguo. Na haria riu twanjie. You get what I'm saying? It has to be a circle. So, You don't know why your ring light is round. You are buying ring lights. Or you making content TikTok. Utie mundu thiku icio tatuikite wa YouTube gana ki. You buy a ring light. What is a ring light? It's circle. Ni around. So when you are making your videos, your video has to come out clear because you are putting your camera inside a circle, a ring light. Ino jega wa muthaka ekirite iregete gwakwa ya square niki tondu ingi yakwa ya square ndingiruta ureci matieciritie. Why do you think they want to make something circle and gwira muingi wa go package box magawe so much space is wasted when you are storing something that is round tondu koneno neno ni rorira maria guthondeka tawa ring light ya square niki ikirugame u wa ikira gatawa ha gatagati nona utawa ucio wakwa niraona ikio ndekiro reflection. You see that ring light? You can see a reflection of me with the camera right there. That's what I'm talking about. That is witchcraft, aka anything that you are doing is a ritual, whether you know it or you don't know it. It doesn't matter. When wotoi mukuheinioi. Okay, try as much as you can to have as many round things in your house as possible, because the world we are in right now, nikionaga coins sisi around now, they are taking the money out of the system because they are bringing in their system. Do you get it? Now, so rikoda bogo ni raihia muno tondu hena maundu mangi magiuka na mau tutikwaria thaa ici we tiguthi mweno tutie na mathaa mau thaa ici. I'm supposed to be in bed. I'm supposed to go to the Vatican to read their books. When my body is sleeping, I can go other places, and the earlier I go to bed, nikiguaga early to bed, early to rise. Early to bed, early to rise. Wewe geciria ni early to rise ya gukira rucini. Gukira rucini kwiragwo wake up. Magiugaga early to bed, early to wake up. Maugaga early to bed, early to rise up. The rising ones, the risings. Anyway, so kejikae na mutwe wa round riu ndikie mbugo ino. Okay, so the next one by now, you should have put the next one, the next video, the next tulikuwa causes of blood pressure. Niturikirie joki waga tutwarikia mbugo ya blood pressure no ndithirite as guthira to ni ndire micokagira in between ndi hutagia ngagucokia utondu no no nginya ngari nginya horo wa no blood pressure ni ya mithemba mingi. Kwi high blood pressure, low blood pressure, hypertension, tukiari horo wa blood pressure no tugoka twari horo wa cardiac arrest, aka heart attack as a result of blood pressure. Kwa unaona mbugo yo ndirathira na ihenya to rĩngĩ no tũka twari horo wa heart attack, no tũka twari horo wa ngoro kũneneha, no tũka twari horo wa ngoro kũgĩa irima, na icio ciothe no nginya cigatũcokia hau ha blood pressure. Na ngoro nĩ kuga atĩa nyũmba ĩyo. And also nĩ ũrĩ wanona andũ magĩka ũũ. I do not agree to the terms and conditions of this because at this particular moment I'm not doing a ritual, but I'm going to demonstrate. Mageka ũguo makahutia haha. Okay, now when you observe the Catholic priests, you'll notice sometimes they don't touch here. Onayeka otu akarikia haha akarikiria haha. Now tikiande ahutagia there's nona haha nyondo-ini haha ni hari it's like a nerve. Actually it's not a nerve, it's a spot, it's like an energy spot haha na haha, na ni hari ingi haha uguo he ngoro solar plexus haha, na nĩ he rĩngĩ immediately under the diaphragm. So you have the diaphragm, what you use to breathe, ikoragwo na igĩrĩ haha igũrũ na thĩ. So rĩrĩa ekaga ũguo rĩ, that's a ritual. 1 2 3. No, it's no ritual connected to the church or religion. It's a ritual connected to the point here, here, and here. You have 2 on your hands. You have 2 behind your eyes. You have 2 right here at the jaw. Haha, ona haha jaw, rũthĩa rũkaga haha, nĩ ũrĩ igĩrĩ haha, haha, na haha, na thutha wa maitho, na nĩ ũrĩ nyondo cierĩ haha, na nĩ ũrĩ haha igũrũ wa solar plexus, na ĩngĩ under the diaphragm, na nĩ ũrĩ ĩngĩ rungu rwa magũrũ. Kĩu nĩ kĩrĩa kĩa mũthenya ũngĩ, nakĩo nĩ tũrĩkinya kĩa energy points, and why when magicians are doing magic, they roll back their sleeves and they rub their hands, and then ogo nĩ kaũndũ areka agapoint, ogo nĩ ka illusion areka agapoint, agacoka, you know what I'm saying? So nĩ tũrĩkinya kũu o kahora. Icio nĩ, they are called ethereal, rĩtwa rĩa gĩthũngũ tondũ rĩu rĩtwa rĩa gĩkũyũ nĩ rĩu mbũgũ na kĩrĩra kĩngĩ gitũ arĩa menakĩo nĩ ta kũmathaitha tũmathaithaga matũhe kĩrĩra gĩkĩ, tondũ no ndingĩmablame tondũ nĩ marigagwo tũrenda gũkĩmenya thaa ici gĩakĩ na nĩ gĩatiganĩirio. So sometimes we have to go to lens, nĩtumaga tũgathiĩ kũnene, tũthire Mũrang'a, mũgacoka mũterĩtwo ũndũ, kauma nyingĩ mũgakombora ngari ĩngĩ mũgathiĩ rĩngĩ. Story for another day. So those points, Stanmula, yeah. So yeah, you see, beautiful, powerful witch. So Karijo. So those points, ndakena kwanza nĩ kuona cio Karijo nĩ amenyo ũrĩa tũrauga, nita what you call lie or energy points or lie lines. One of the most powerful lie lines at the moment has been taken by the king of Dubai. So he's going to create an octagon city on 700 miles of one very powerful lie line. It's going to be a smart city of the future in a straight line. 700 miles. Created in the shape of an octagon. Connected and joined by underground tunnels. And these tunnels will be... Tutirali horo wa 20 years. They have started making it, and you know when the Arabs start making things, how they do. So these connecting tubes or tunnels will be used by workers, so the workers will be invisible. Dokamenya no utheragia town, you know, just the same way that you get in Dubai, you don't see the workers or the cleaners. Ukigera lift usemania na waka maina magogo. He's invisible. They have been taught to be invisible. Ugimuko ya lift ni uguhinya igire akwiraga yes haisa akainama no iwe ni ukihinyite furu ya rathi ndanginamuka riu yokiambata video ni njega wa muthaka araikara kuria Sofitel hotel. I'm going to my bed. I'm staying on the 28th floor. This guy is just like that, ndainamuka wakinya kauma. So that is going to happen in reality. They are not to be seen. Those lie lines, we have them. Energy points, Sinai, Kirinyaga, Gong Hills, nikio mekire wind vanes, Sierra Huho, na radio masts. Kirinyaga, Mecca, in the sea, I won't mention. I can mention iria Adumoy, todo icio nĩ cio andũ moĩ. Nĩ kũrĩ ingĩ cigĩtagwo ciĩ kũrĩa Siri kunene sirio guku na hai Kamba ni kuri. Shout out to my Kamba people. I see you Kambas. Kambas, wake up. You are sitting on one, especially the Kamba wa Mwingi. Okay? Ukienda Mwingi North. You have a lot of pyramids there. Muti yukorora pyramid muona turima mugeciria ni turima. Muti eciragia anyway. Israel. Amani we nawe. I'm going to end this video. It has gone over an hour. The other video is okay ukiraga an hour. No cia ikira no sawa. You might high blood pressure. Twekora tuthiite kundu kungi. Now let me be more rounded. That's better. So I'll go and rest. Dinaona modu waria the next one to do, so I can do them random. So I can be doing the diseases random like when on here. But if you want, Nigora comment or do it dina comment or moko commentate. Remember, go and check the definition of family. Remember Genesis chapter 1 verse 16, and God made two luminaries. Google the first Mason degree. Learn to understand these things. In this age of information, and then you blame it on the devil. Ni Saitani, really? Ni Saitani. Is it really the devil? Is it you who's not looking at the symbolism? Is it you who's not looking at what it means and what it says? And on your Genesis chapter 1 verse 16, and he made two great luminaries, one to shine over the day and one to shine over the moon. This is the moon, this is the sun. This is your two pillars, your masculine and your feminine, the checkered floor. Okay? And he made the stars. Genesis chapter 1 verse 16, the Freemasons' first degree. My people shall perish for lack of knowledge. Then from there you're supposed to know which is the second one. Which is the second degree? What does it mean? Where did they get the symbolism from? How comes Tonenyi get symbolism? How comes the ladder? Jacob's ladder, how comes it is leading up? Where is it going to? This is the star. Anything you touch that is talking about, all this is modern first degree Mason tracing board. It's got the Mason tracing board, okay? The symbolism is everywhere. Never know. This is the same one. But now this one is even deeper. So this is skeletal. I remember He-Man, the cartoon. This symbolism. If you see He-Man, this is skeletal. So skeletal is holding the lightning. Urikane animation in a He-Man. And mami so okay Netflix. Arutaga sudi haha. Eno niyo sudi ya jega muthaka, my pen. Arutaga sudi haha kamera taruheni. Akauga by the power, oh, I can even find it. Let me just find it here. Anaona uha skeletal. Alasle He-Man. He-Man is light man. Okay? He pushing out masculine. He-Man. Light man. No rasle yohaha. And it goes deep. Illustrations. Let me show you what I mean. He-Man and skeletal. Ijega muthakati video kurekagia uniki waje gucaria. He-Man cartoons and liberations. Masters of the Universe. Produced by Kevin Smith. No, Kevin Smith, no. No. Do you know who was Prophet Joseph Smith? So, Prophet Joseph Smith, no wajiri kanitha ya the Mormons. What you call the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I used to go to it. Eha Kinyajui Kawagware Kinyajui Kurukana how very green lawns. It's a temple. I've been there. Inside. I had a name. Elder. My brother had a name. Elder. You cannot claim to be religious and you have not gone anywhere. You cannot claim to be a Christian and you have never gone to any other denomination. You cannot claim to be religious and you have not studied any other religion. You are nothing. You are not a Christian. You are the 21st century Pharisee. Who is a Pharisee? Mundu wa gukararia atonete mwena uria ungi. Be open minded. So iguo handu othe wikaigua Smith. Wagu nukwenjera muno Smith. Smith ritwa ria ithe uko na nikiona Smith. I want you to tell me how many Africans you know have the word Smith. Apart from nickname, tumwitaga Smith, ndenda ujere andu igana uwe we metagwo Smithson sukuru kana Smith sukuru. No. Masters of the Universe Revelation is an American animated superhero fantasy streaming television series developed by Kevin Smith and produced by Powerhouse Animation Studios. Yajetia 1983 in 1985. Now what happened is that now they have made this movie, a short one, on Netflix. But it was not for you. It was for an agenda. For those who know how to look. For those who know how, it was a message to them. That is how they send their message. So they were sending message around the world to their people to do something. And ukona ni cartoon Netflix tondu kimenyaga kiero niguo muwikuyo augaga. So keguni an example niwe mundu rigi utari wigua maundu maya ngana utari wa mono andikire ha nguririkanie ngugite ni ngwandika horo wa kiria ni ngwandika horo wa ngugite ni ngwandika horo wa riri. This is what I'm talking about. Etagwo Adam. I am Adam. Secret powers. Magic sword. By the power of Greystone. He-Man! Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became He-Man. He-Man, Lightman, the most of the universe. Only three others share the secret. Our friends, the Sorceress, and Orko. Together we defend Castle Grayskull from the evil forces of Skeletor. So, the world is ruled by symbols and signs, sigils na vitu zingine kama hizo. So in He-Man kamundu ka wona katari na shape na form kana ka ghost ray, that represents your spirit in that show. Okay, so let me see if my soul group is watching. If you know what you are doing, so imagine now you know how to read the codes, how to see the symbology. So when you are watching makiheo message, when they are being given messages, you are reading the message, so you know what is coming, you know what is happening, you know we are in year 6, you know they are using the tarot card number 6, so you know how to be careful, you know what tarot card number 6 means. Tarot card number 6. Tarot card number 6. Tikugiana nawe nie. No ti ati ndiraigua. No nginya iki ati. No nginya behave uguo tondu kweci wingi wa gweta no nginya wambe uchunguzwo. Who is signed into that gadget? No ti mundu, ni algorithm. Peter Githengi. Let me show you the whole of this here, summarized in one. The Six of Pentacles. Nikure kidu gitagwo Six of Wands. You have to know these cards. So you have to understand what they are using. Itago six of Cups. Love, health, money, and more. Symbolism. This is how they are going to rule you this year. So if you can decode that, you are safe. If you can decode that, you are safe. Or rather, you are not safe, but at least you know what is happening. If you have no idea what that is, then things may be tougher for you. Okay? This is their world. That is why you're always the second coming. A second name, they give you their first name. Second hand cars. Second hand clothes. Second hand everything. Yes, nothing. You cannot come up with your own. You always have to depend. Second hand citizens. Kuri thayo kwamba gutirira ucio ni njega wa muthaka ni mubui wa mbari ya bu tukwaragia uhoro wa kindu gigwitwo high blood pressure. We were talking about high blood pressure. This whole video was talking about high blood pressure. So, in summary, oxygenated blood goes to tissues of the body, arterioles, capillaries, veins, sense of overwhelming, helplessness, you are too rigid, frustration and exhaustion. You cannot trust yourself or others. You may get high blood pressure. I'm doing nemwekira gatomajikio gwithi mutiwe tikumuthirikia. No nginya njokire ciugo icio nigetha video ndikaingire system ini yao ya maundu marona. So food causes inflammation. When you are not exercising, then the food may cause you to have high blood pressure. So high blood pressure comes from you not exercising what you eat. So when you eat, make sure you do exercise so that high blood pressure does not come to you. Stop being a perfectionist so that high blood pressure, you have to eat, you have to exercise. Those are just machines. Kuri thayo.